everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carter and I make beauty, lifestyle, and DIY videos. Today we're going to be accomplishing two tasks. We're going to be trying acrylic paint on our nails for the first time. So we're going to get a first impression of what we think of using acrylic paint for our nails. This has been done for a long time. I've just never tried it and I want to know, so curiosity is a good thing. And then the other thing we're going to be doing is kind of teaching ourselves more about floral nail art. So I've never done floral nail art before, but I am trying for the first time on camera today. So that will be interesting, and I'm going to teach you guys every single thing that I learned from my first attempt at doing that, so that hopefully your first attempt will be smoother and easier and we can all learn from my mistakes. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to support my channel, please do subscribe. It would be wonderful to have you here, and I really think we can learn a lot from each other. Here are my materials. I'm using acrylic paint, so all of these are non-toxic. You shouldn't have a problem unless you have an allergy. These should be perfectly fine. I'm using a paper plate for a palette and some toothpicks in case I need to mix my colors. And then I just got these paint brushes at my local craft store. They're not nail art brushes, they're just regular detail brushes. And I only used one. I used the largest one. You're gonna need some water and a paper towel. And then this is the nail polish that I started with. I actually dislike that white nail polish, so leave me your favorite white polish in the comment section. I need a good recommendation. So the first thing that I learned right off the bat is that I really need a color palette that contrasts with the color on my nails. I thought white would be a great base color because everything goes with it and it's a great neutral, but as you can see, I tried to use whites as the highlight on my flower and they kind of just sunk right into the background. I think it would have been better if I used like a darker pink. Another thing that I learned was that the acrylic paints are super like water soluble. You can dilute them with water. So as you can see, if you have too much water left on your brush, then the water will kind of overpower the paint and you'll lose control. But that would be a really cool way to get a watercolor effect. So that's something cool to keep in mind for the future. Something else that's awesome is that when you get it on your skin, if you catch it fast enough, it's pretty easy to wipe off, just like with regular nail polish. And then going back to the contrast situation, right here in this like footage, the yellow looks like it pops really well with the white, but in real life, it kind of just blends in and you can't really tell what's going on. I think for any details that you want to see, you really want to use something that contrasts with your background or whatever color it's going to be sitting on. This would have been better if the branch part was in blue and the berries were yellow. And then also, if you mess up, you can go back over it when things dry. So that's a really great feature of acrylic paints. And then something I learned right here is that it's kind of better to do the things that you intend to be part of the background first. I didn't intend for the leaves to be a big part of the show here, so I wish I would have painted them first, and I'll show you that more later. So that's the first one finished. I was really impressed with that one. I like it a lot. Okay, so here for the second one, I am going to go ahead and put the things that I mean to be in the background first. So I'm starting with the black stems. And even though I'm using really light colors, I didn't find it to be a problem that I put the black down first. The other colors covered it pretty well, and it's kind of easy to go back over your work and layer it to make it look deeper with acrylic paint. You don't have to have a lot of dry time like with regular nail polish, so that was great. And I really wanted to point out that you can just add a little bit of pressure to make a lot of really cool shapes. So like with the flowers, I kind of just blob on the paint and make abstract petals by pushing the paint around and going for like semi-petal shaped shapes. I'm not even being very exact. Same thing with the leaves. I just put the tiniest part of the paintbrush down and then press down just slightly to get a teardrop shape, and it worked perfectly. Another really great tip, I think, is to make sure you go off the nail, like with the pink flowers. Work on the edges of your nails and let things go off the side because it's going to give it a more natural kind of sprinkled look. Like, it won't be too organized, if that makes sense. So as you can see, as I'm applying the blue over top of the darker colors, you can still see the darker colors through the blue, but that's okay because I just wanted something abstract, and you can totally build color with acrylic paints if you need to. But again, I'm just like pushing the paint around, keeping it super abstract, and then you don't need a lot of drying time, and other colors, lighter colors, they cover over darker colors great. You can see them really, really well. So that's very exciting. It makes this very user-friendly. It makes it very easy to do and not frustrating at all. Things can get really textured really fast. I think in the future I'll do a sketch so I know exactly what I'm going for and then I don't have to keep going back and correcting mistakes, because the more layers that you have to add, the more rough sort of looking your design is going to be. That is the finished design, and once we put the top coat on, all the finishes of the paint will become the same finish as the top coat. So if you use different finishes of acrylic paint, they will all even out and be fine. If you used a matte top coat, it would be matte. If you use a glossy one, it would be glossy. And as you can see, initially it makes it look like the texture is completely gone, but that's not actually the case. Once the top coat dries, you can see the texture. And I wanted to show you guys my right hand, my dominant hand, which I had to paint with my non-dominant hand. That's what it ended up looking like. And just so you know, I will absolutely be using acrylics in the future. They removed well as applied well. Alright, so that's it for the video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I definitely did. I learned a ton from this experience, and I will definitely be doing floral nail art more in the future. I love a good floral pattern, okay? Okay, there's nothing like it in my opinion. But anyway, yeah, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel because I want to make more content for you, and I want us to learn together, and I want us to come together and do amazing things. So make sure you subscribe. If you try any of these out for yourself, make sure you take a picture and send it to me on Instagram or Twitter. Those will be linked below. I will see you guys back here very, very soon. Until then, I hope life treats you well. Bye. Testing out my color, and I did end up getting a beautiful range of color. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait to play with mixed